The solo 401k has become the most important and popular retirement plan for the self-employed. I always tell my clients this: I would put every one of my clients into a solo 401k if I could. The problem is, not everyone's eligible. And basically, the solo 401k is not a new retirement plan. It's essentially a 401k plan, a qualified retirement plan that we've all heard of. If you work at any corporation, generally will offer their employees a 401k benefit. But the solo 401k is super attractive to the self-employed for a number of reasons. But before I get into those reasons, I want to just talk a bit about the history of it. See, prior to 2001, solo 401ks were there, but they weren't super popular because the SEP IRA was pretty much the same thing as the solo, and the SEP IRA was a little bit easier to administer. You can open it up at a local bank. You don't need to worry about updating your plan documents. You don't have to file a 5500 EZ if your 401k had assets over 250,000. So everyone just did a SEP. And the SEP is just a pure profit sharing plan. 20% of your comp if you're self-employed or a single member LLC, 25% if you're a W-2. 2001 came along, ECTRA. Not after 9/11, President Bush passed ECTRA, Economic Growth, Tax Relief and Reconciliation Act. It did a lot of great things. The Jobs Act created jobs, had people repatriate money. It also gave a lot of benefits to 401ks. So before ECTRA, solo K was just like a profit sharing plan, like a KEO plan, like a SEP. There was no employee deferral, there was no loan feature, no Roth. So all those things now, after ECTRA, got put into the solo K. So the solo K basically acted like a regular 401k, except it wasn't subject to ERISA. And ERISA is a whole body of law that adds restrictions and adds a lot of requirements to the plan administrator. But because the solo K generally has no employees other than the owners or their spouses, ERISA, there's no reason for ERISA to be involved because people are going to look out for themselves. They're not going to, excuse my French, but screw themselves. So ERISA didn't really need to apply. So if you take ERISA out of the mix, the solo 401k after ECTRA became really attractive because not only do you have a profit sharing plan, but you now have employee deferrals, which in 2018 gives you $18,500 or $24,500 if you're over 50, plus that 20 or 25%, plus a loan feature, plus the ability to do Roth contributions. Now you got the home run. You got a better plan than a SEP because the SEP only gives you profit sharing. There's no loan feature and there's no catch-up. Solo 401k has employee deferrals, $18,500, $24,500 if you're over 50, $6,000 catch-up, $50,000 loan feature, profit sharing like a SEP. You can do Roth conversions, Roth contributions in the plan. It's the best plan. You can do self-directed investments as well. You can serve as your own trustee. You could open the account at a local bank like Wells Fargo or Schwab or Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Scottrade, local bank. You get the best of both worlds. It's easy to administer. If you have less than $250,000, you don't have to file anything with the IRS. You got over 250K, file a 5500 EZ, which is actually really easy and is a thing the IRS got really well done. And it's but a 2-page form. It takes about 5 minutes to do. And you're set. You get an IRS opinion letter with the plan. Your plan documents, if you use a good provider, are all up to date and pre-approved. So you got nothing to worry about. You serve as a trustee. There's really zero administration. You can do traditional investments like stocks, alternative investments like real estate. You can get a loan feature, employee deferrals, profit sharing, Roth. It's a wonderful plan, and it's not new. A lot of people think it's just kind of something that just started because they just started hearing about it. I've written 2 books on the solo K. It's the best plan out there for the self-employed. Now again, if you're making $1 million a year, the defined benefit plan may work better from a retirement standpoint. Maybe not from an investment standpoint, but from a retirement standpoint. But for everyone else, the solo K is your golden ticket. Unfortunately, you need to be self-employed. So if you're on disability, you don't have your own business, Social Security, all your income's passive, capital gains, interest, dividends, royalties, rental income. You're not self-employed, you have no business without any employees, you may not be eligible. But a lot of people don't realize, but they have self-employment income. I have a client that is Santa Claus, and he has self-employment income. He's not a millionaire, but it's a couple grand. I have clients that sell stuff on eBay, part-time tutors, consultants. You don't need to have a full-time, multi-billion-dollar business in order to be eligible for a solo. So there's going to be a lot of videos on the IRA Center on solo 401ks. It's a super, super, super retirement plan, super robust, great investment plan as well. Easy to use, very little administration. If you're self-employed or have a small business with no employees, you got to look at it. Self-directed IRA is great, but this will give you the same investment abilities as a self-directed IRA. There's also an exemption from unrelated business taxable income for leverage. A lot of other exciting aspects to it as well, so you got to check it out. The solo 401k is probably the best plan for the self-employed.